go. Do you have a favorite color?
Green, I guess. The
Right or left?
lighter green. Yeah, the right side, I guess.
Okay.
Lighter green. Sure.
All right. So yeah, let's start with choosing what VOD to watch. Um,
Okay.
so you have 5 ones. I think we
Yeah.
should first of all we should do a matchup that you play a lot, and
Okay.
one we can talk a lot about. So we should not do Karma Ezreal because you're never
Right.
gonna play that matchup again in your life.
Yeah.
Karma Kiana should be really easy for you, and there is a lot
Right.
to talk about because Kiana really wants to roam, so we can talk about how to avoid that.
Right.
Um,
The only problem with the Victor one is the it. I if I remember correctly, that game kind of quickly snowballed on our end. But I guess if it's laning phase, it's really not that big of a deal, anyways. That
yeah,
we could spend so much time on laning phase where
yeah.
wouldn't
I
even
mean,
really
maybe
matter
we
the
end up
game.
doing 2 games, both laning phase.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I really want to watch a Karma Kiana game because
Okay.
I think the whole point of Karma mid, and this has always been the point of her, is that you're a really strong laner.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Mhm.
And Kiana wants to roam, so she's
Right.
not happy when she's against a strong laner because then she does not get to roam.
Right.
And if she does not get to roam, well then there is 0 point in playing Kiana.
Right.
So I think that game is the best. This is the Ezreal one, we should not watch that.
Okay.
I would like to watch either the Kiana or the Silas game.
Okay. Let's watch the Kiana game.
Yeah. So I think Airy is obviously the best, Mana Flow is also the best, Transcendence is the best. Karma is one of the few champs that Scorch is like fine on.
Yeah,
because,
this was I actually maybe the first time I had run Scorch. I almost
yeah,
always went Gathering, but I assumed against like a melee like Kiana that it might give me that much more of like
yes,
an
it's
edge on her.
yeah, it's good here. But versus things like Victor, I would go Gathering.
Yeah.
Um, Resolve is fine. You can also obviously go Inspiration, but Revitalize is good. This just gives you a lot weaker laning phase, but
Right.
better mid game and late
Yeah.
game. So it's like kind of like a trade-off, which is always hard to tell if it's bad. I haven't played Karma mid since I think last time she got nerfed.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how you deal with mana because the whole point of going Inspiration is to be able to go Biscuits and then force yourself to go and then eat Biscuits. Um,
I don't
so
I don't think I tend to have much of a mana issue, especially just because of the build path of Moonstone.
yeah,
And with the changes to Doran's Ring of getting the mana back on CSing and whatnot,
yeah.
that um
It's just if you're playing a champ like Karma, like
hmm
you have 2 ways of fixing your mana. It's like one is choosing to not use spells, and then
Right.
the other one is just like spamming spells and not going. And Karma is not a champion where it's okay to sit and not use spells. You want to use
Right.
Q every time it's fucking up.
Yeah.
You
That
have to
makes sense.
bully.
Right.
Um,
Which I don't think I'm doing well enough at.
yeah, so
I
that's
think
the
it
thing,
might-
right? If you're gonna have to sit there and not Q because you would go then you need to go Inspiration.
Yeah.
But if you are going because you're just mismanaging your mana, then that's fine. That we can fix. So
Right.
I can't tell if this is bad yet. We're gonna have to see your lane.
Yeah.
This is for sure the best for Resolve. This one is a bit
Mhm.
greedy, especially versus something like Kiana. But I do like that
Yeah.
you're going it because this rune is really OP.
Yeah. I just think that's so much free gold and stats.
Yes, it
that
is.
It's hard
It's
to.
super good.
Yeah. And I think that Shield Bash is kind of a bait.
Yeah, Shield Bash is
Like,
bad. I was just thinking
yeah.
this could be decent versus Kiana because the only way that she wins is for killing you.
True.
But if
Yeah.
you get out of lane, this is for sure the best.
Yeah.
Attack speed is fine, especially versus melee, but I would go CDR versus Victor.
Okay. Yeah. I think I go attack speed almost every time, and I don't think that that's necessarily right. I think a lot
Yeah.
of it just has to do with CSing.
Yeah, it probably
and-
feels the best,
and
right?
we-
Because you're so used
yeah.
to it.
Right.
Yeah. So, a couple things like with settings, you should not have name tags on. It's
Okay.
just useless.
Mhm.
It's just on your screen for no reason. And your HUD should just be smaller. I
Okay.
recommend like 40 to 50, but you can have it on 1. 1 would be the best, but some people feel like it's too small, they can't see everything.
Okay.
And that's fine if you feel the same, then you should do this. but having
Okay.
it at 100 is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, for lane, what do you think? What do you think you need to think about?
I think just in general or specifically against Kiana here? Like, what am I thinking?
Well, let's start in general.
Okay. In general, I would like to have push going around the 3-minute and 15-second mark so that I can support my jungler at whichever scuttle they're going to be pathing towards. Especially because like I am, really strong at level 3 and sort of swaying fights with my shield and my Q and like either my empowered Q or my W for for a lot of junglers that becomes like a huge problem for them to deal with. So like I can give my jungle a lot of freedom to at least get one, if not both scuttles. So I like early. I want to try and set up the wave to get a push at that time frame. Sometimes depending on if like the matchup is somebody who can't CS under tower well, then, and I don't think I do this on Karma as much as Galio. Sometimes I will push the second wave right in and make them lose CS that way. Especially if I can get a ward onto the Raptors also as a result. Because I guess
that you can always do if you push. So
right, yeah. So I think usually around waves 2 and 3, if I can get a ward in without ideally losing any CS, I try to get a ward either towards Raptors or River or at like the entrance to River or somewhere like that. So that's sort of my early point. And then I guess right now I'm still thinking about trying to make sure I'm not missing CS and like trying to do a good job of managing minion health so that I'm not having to use spells to save myself from missing gold.
Yeah, I think you have some good plans there. Like, for example, the Scuttle is for sure super important, especially on utility mages, because early game you deal a lot of damage, but later on you're not going to be able to carry, so making sure that Hecarim is in a good position, that he can carry this game later on, is important. So, that's good. I think there's a couple things you're missing, like, for example, like you have TP, he has Ignite.
Right.
So, if you can put the lane in a situation where you TP back and he's fucked, that would be really good. Thinking about, like, okay, so I have a plan of doing the Scuttle, how can they fuck that over? Like, they have a Kiana, she can easily start setting up ganks from level 2 onwards. So can they really abuse that? With Mundo, I would say no. The only way is if they flash on you, in which case you just trade flashes and it's fine. But you might need to drop a ward after second wave or something, or while you're still pushing. Maybe start thinking in advance, how do I actually want to harass my laner? Like, is there anything specific to the matchup? So if we look at Kiana and Karma, obviously you can reveal her if she's in green queue. So it's hard for her to escape you. Level 1, she is piss useless. Like, one of the worst champs in the game versus range champs.
And level 3, she wants to kill me. Basically, from 100-0.
There's a couple things you also need to always look at, is like runes and summoner spells. This guy has precision, which is complete win trade, because he does not have biscuits. Kiana is one of the few champs in the game that actually like really, really, really needs biscuits. It's very hard to lane with Kiana without biscuits. So honestly, this guy is going to be a bot, like legit intermediate bot, because intermediate bots, they don't have biscuits. They go precision. So she can't play the game. Like, actually, it'll be impossible.
I definitely recall I griefed the level 3 because I thought I would be able to not get 100-0'd because I had it. We'll get there, but
So I think like right now, the downside of autoing her now is you'll be pushing. But we shouldn't care about pushing because she should be this HP all the time. So it's important to understand that walking up here and autoing her is an option, but it can be bad. I would say that it is a little bit risky versus something like Irelia. I think Irelia is a lot scarier than Kiana early on, and a lot harder to break as well. So maybe then it would be scary to harass and look to push already. But versus Kiana, you're allowed to do whatever you want, and you need to just play to bully her. If she is low, she cannot kill you. If she's
Right.
low, she cannot take part of the 2v2. So everything is perfect.
Yeah.
So the entire lane here has to be based on how can I damage the Kiana without dying.
Right.
So I think already level 1 here, you should just walk up to her and start smacking her. Because if you walk up, if she don't immediately start running away, you're gonna be able to get to the point where she's behind these minions. You're here, you slow her with Q, and you run her down with auto attacks.
Yeah.
And sure, this means that you're gonna hard push because you're taking a lot of mini aggro, but she lost this much HP.
Right.
So it's worth it.
Okay.
She also only has refillable. Like, she has refillable with no biscuits.
Yeah.
It's like super bad.
Super greedy.
Yeah. So now the issue is that now if you want to harass her, you're gonna have to Q these minions.
Yeah.
That's really bad. And this is like a rule that I have on like 90% of champs, because 90% of champs level 1, they have like only 6 to 8 second cooldown. So you can always now, when these minions are full HP, you can always just throw a Q backwards now and it'll be back up for this.
Right.
So you should just really try to abuse here. Walk up and try to Q her. And auto her.
Yeah.
Because she's like really trolling here.
Yeah.
So like obviously you can say, yeah, but if I walk up she's gonna run away. Yeah, but just keep trying. Keep fishing for it. Because if she walks 1 second too late, then she's gonna get caught.
Yeah.
So... Because now you're gonna have to make a choice.
Here, because I wanted to not push yet, and I think it was just a bad decision. I think that ended up being really dumb.
Yeah, so you have to Q them, which I would do the same, but
Yeah.
it's just, we should have Q'd her first.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it is okay to not push the first wave, because if you do, then you're gonna end up crashing second, which can be bad, but I think that's more bad in lanes where you get more contested. So like I said, like Yasuo, Irelia, kind of things, they're way stronger level 2 than what Kiana is.
Right.
So they can contest you more. So it's understandable. But this champion is completely worthless level 1, almost as worthless level 2, very strong level 3.
Yeah.
So she cannot actually punish this, so you should just keep harassing her. Like here, she's trolling. So you're walking up, this good, good. Look, more.
Yeah.
She's completely trolling. And that's what I mean, like nobody below Diamond 1 knows how to space. And Diamond 1 players don't even know how to space good. They just know how to space decently.
Yeah.
So if you just keep walking up, she's going to break. And here, you broke her ankles, look. What the fuck is she walking sideways for? She should walk here.
Yeah.
So when you see that, you're like, wait, whoa, what are you doing? So you auto, and then you run upwards.
Yeah.
You auto again, you RQ, because now your Q will be up. Now she's slowed, you auto her like 2 to 3 more times, and this is her HP.
Yeah.
And she cannot do anything to contest it. There goes one of her potions, and with one potion, she's this HP.
Mm-hmm.
And GG well played.
Yeah.
Because it's super inefficient that you keep your R up. Hopefully now you RQ. Nope, we don't. So now we're in a position again where creeps are starting to become last hittable. So now we feel forced to Q them. When we should not have even the option to Q them. Because they should be on cooldown.
Yeah.
You should also try to, when you see that they're this even, even if autoing once or twice means you're going to be pushing, you should try to set it up here so that you don't have to Q.
Yeah.
Because you're not playing Veigar, so having to Q creeps is fucking bad.
You told me in this Veigar V2 is human trash.
Because, like, it's really, really bad that we have been laning for, like, 35 seconds or something, and our R has not been used once, because it should be up again now.
Right.
With all these auto attacks and everything, like, so we should have now been able to do 2 RQs, and we haven't done a single one. You're also playing with Scorch, and you haven't damaged her a single time with a spell.
Yeah.
So you're not actually popping your Scorch.
Right.
I think the auto attacks you've thrown is pretty good, but you're way too conservative with your mana and spells. Because I would also here pull a cannon. What I mean by that is, what Kennen would always do back in the day with Kleptomancy is auto, and while auto is traveling, cast its E, and then keep autoing after his E. You can basically do that now. Because here, you get your level 2, so you can just shield yourself and run at her. Honestly, she's probably dead here. Like, no cap.
Yeah.
Like, she has to flash.
Yeah.
You should just skill E here and run, and she's fucked. You can also probably skill W and then RQ her and then root in the RQ. That's probably fine too. But no matter what, you just run her down. Like, she's fucked. See?
Yeah.
But you're really tunneled on other things. I'm not sure, like maybe you're tunneled on pushing too fast, but you just need to realize that pushing too fast does not fucking matter in this lane.
Right.
And, I mean, it doesn't matter in any lane if the laner is this HP.
Right.
So it's just like, we shouldn't completely butcher the fucking wave and everything if it means we're only dealing this much.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna fucking kill them, it doesn't matter what you're doing to the wave.
Yeah.
So, to recap, just keep walking up like this. What you're doing now is super good. Keep testing her, and then now you fucking broke her ankle, so now you should just keep autoing, and then just RQ and chase her down. And here you should try to make the creep so that you don't have to Q them. Good auto. You should auto again there. And then now you should fucking run at her with E. And then just RQ. And then GG will play it again. Because this is not nearly as good.
Briefed. Yeah.
Because, 1, this pushes it faster for no reason.
Yeah.
2, you miss the important part of your RQ. The important part is the initial hit and the slow. You know?
Yeah.
If you're running at them, autoing them, and then you RQ too slow, they're fucked. Because now they take another 2 to 3 autos. So even though, you hit her, you can't use the slow because you guys are too far away from each other. See?
Yeah, I thought she was going to turn back to hit it. It was just a bad... Yeah, it was just a bad play.
Yeah, you need to just realize you're allowed to just walk up and hit.
Yeah.
So here, you should not be scared. And you're scared because of no vision, I guess. But,
yeah.
So what I always do is that when the wave is slow pushing like this, I'm hugging the side I want to ward, and I go on ward. So it only takes me 3 seconds. So here I would stand here, taking this minion, and I would run up here and drop a ward right here, so I can see here and here. Because my Hecarim is pathing to top, so I want to hug top side.
Yeah.
Because you have to play aggressive here.
Right.
You have to poke her and you have to keep the push up now. If you don't keep the push up now, if you let her push, she's gonna kill these, and then kill this, get level 3 first, and then it's fucked.
Yeah, so this is something that I guess I wanted to ask, because I don't know if I'm thinking this, but I know probably at this moment where these casters are at, I'm thinking, wow, I totally fucked my lane. Like, I feel
you
like
fucked it a little bit, yeah.
Really bad, like wave, like just from minion position and wave management, like this is not a good spot to be. Generally.
Yeah, it is not a good spot to be, but not just because of the wave, because of HP. Yeah. If you did what I said, the wave would be like this, but she'd be this HP.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is horrible that she has 1 potion and that she's full HP and the wave is like that. That's not good for you.
Yeah.
But if you did what I said, she'd have 0 potions with like this HP.
Right.
And then it doesn't fucking matter. Then it's fine. Because if she all-ins her here, she's dead.
Yeah, right.
But now you need to just have a ward here because the time is ticking. You need to crash this shit because the time is gonna come up.
Yeah.
If the wave is like this and Mundo ganks you, it's horrible. So right now it's 230. 99% of the time you're not gonna get ganked here. So if you just drop a ward and hug topside, you're fine now, and you should just crash this. Keep ulting her to get RQ and then you get a free crash. See, she can't play the game still. But the time is ticking because she's gonna get level 3. So you have to harass her while you can. Now she's gonna be able to slow push. This ward is useless.
Yeah.
You also lost a creep of EXP. You shouldn't give up EXP unless she's zoning you, which she isn't.
Mhm.
So. So now, she is actually gonna have push for a crab because of this.
Yeah.
But if you just played more aggressive, because you couldn't get ganked and you couldn't get killed, then she will not have this push. You should throw Qs on her.
Yeah.
Because, like, here, you queuing is not bad. Because it is not going to make it push back to her. Because these casters are not going to take damage. And it's not going to kill anything, maybe one. And you need to damage her. Like, that's just, you just have to damage her. Ah! You should have gotten all in here.
Yeah. I was like, I knew I was just like, oh my god, I'm just baiting myself into getting
Yes.
just
Like, here you're standing
I
fine.
was just like, oh god,
And then
she's
this is
three,
like-
this sucks. Yeah.
This
This
is
sucks.
really illegal.
This feels really bad.
Yes. Here, she should always just E here.
Yeah.
Ice you, auto you,
Yeah.
W to this wall, Q you again.
Yep.
But I think you can fight back a
I
little
don't
bit though.
think she had the mechanics to do it.
Yeah, maybe not. But yeah, now it's in an awkward position because... Oh my god, don't RQ wave, please.
Yeah.
Even if you want push, don't fucking do it. Like, your
Yeah.
champion is so worthless once you've RQ'd.
Yeah.
Like, you only RQ to push like this if it's actually gonna push. But this
Yeah.
is not guaranteeing you push. She can still just push the wave.
Yeah.
So now fight is happening and you're meant to be able to move, but you can't. You should skill Q. Skill Q. It's super bad that we were fighting and we
Yeah.
didn't skill Q.
Yeah.
So the way that we fix this is just always paying attention to our EXP bar.
Yeah.
Like if you realize here that this minion is going to give you level 4, you would instantly now skill your Q
yeah.
here. And then you would deal another, I don't know how much damage extra it gives, but probably like 30 or something. It's like normal. 30, 35, something like that. You should fight again here, because here you're not tracking cooldowns properly.
Yeah.
Like, right
Yeah.
now. So, when you get your E up, you should just fight again. She doesn't have proper spells. See? She used her W there to pick up ice. Like, you can see that she has nothing here.
Yeah.
So the way Kiana works is she's really weak if she has to fight you after picking up something.
Okay.
Because the way that she wants to fight is she wants to pick up
Right.
something, AFK,
QW.
yeah, but she wants to AFK a bit, get W
Yeah.
back, and then now fight so that she can get a new element during the trade.
Right. Makes sense. Yeah.
So when she has nothing here,
yeah.
she's really useless. Because if she uses W now, then she only gets one element.
Right.
So she can get the ice, jump on you, sure, but then she can't get anything after.
Right. Makes sense. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
So like she's really useless, especially now. Like what the fuck? How? Because you should have like triggers in your head that like
Yeah.
certain like boxes that of like things that
Yeah.
you just like check off and fucking go ham if it happens.
Yeah.
Like if Kiana uses her main ability to kill me with right in front of my eyes, I'm going ham.
Right.
Especially when I know enemy jungler 5 seconds ago was here.
Right.
So here, when I see this, I am Eing and Wing and running at her.
Yeah.
This is not allowed. But in your
Yeah.
head, this is normal. This is not normal, what she just did.
Right.
This is not
Right.
okay. It's highly illegal. So, like, that will just get fixed, like, over time, hopefully, like, the more you play matchups. But it
Yeah.
should be, like, very common sense and easy to understand, right? Like, obviously
Yeah.
a champion is weaker if they are on cooldown.
Right.
So if you're not willing to take that fight, well then what fight are you willing to take?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Right.
I think that was somewhat of the Kiana matchup. Like I've played her a little bit, but I don't have enough of a feel. Like I've played as her, but I haven't gotten enough of a feel of like the window of time. I think I obviously I don't do it enough, but I try to think about good spells that get used and then where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like the the element thing is a bit complicated, and I can understand that you didn't spot that part.
Yeah.
But I think this one here, this one, there's like no excuse, because even if this champion was just released, if I see a champ I have no clue what's going on about, like I have no clue what it does, if I see them use a spell, I'm gonna fight them. Because it makes no sense that they beat me. If she beats me now while being on cooldown, then I don't know, either that champ is OP or my champ sucks.
Yeah, nice champ, I guess.
Yeah. So here she just E forward and fight, because she just used spell right in front of you.
Yeah.
But you're doing nothing. Which is bad, because then now she's gonna get spell back up, and
Right.
if you fight then, even if you win, it's worse than fighting earlier. But yeah, if you were spamming spells, you'd have like 200 mana now, so it seems like you wouldn't need biscuits, so I think Resolve is fine.
Yeah.
But you're way too conservative with your mana. Like, there's no excuse to sit there 500 mana. It's like just troll.
Right. Yeah.
You should shield yourself too, no? Your tank is so much minions.
Yeah, that's right. I griefed it, and I thought she didn't have enough all in there, and I took too much.
Yeah, you take too much mini aggro, and it's not just about that. It's about her HP. It just shouldn't be this. You know.
Yeah.
You mentioned you play Qiyana. Do you play her a lot?
I played her like a couple times in like norms just to kind of get a feel for how she plays. I try to play like some normals of champions just to like so that I understand them a little bit better. So if I encounter them.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I did that with Zed when I was like Diamond 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna log on NA, and you're gonna play Qiyana, and I'm gonna play Karma.
Okay.
This matchup should be completely unplayable for Qiyana.
Yeah, I imagine my Qiyana, it certainly will be. Okay.
Let me see if I even own Karma. I don't think I do. Maybe I can buy her.
I don't think she's very much blue essence at this point.
Yeah, I don't own her. Right, let me see. I need 15.
15.
Fuck.
Wow.
I think I have refunds available. Wait.
Yeah.
Nice. What's your IGN again?
Mischy, M-I-S-C-H-Y. Alright, got it. All right. Let's see. Should I go with these Griefer precision runes?
Yes.
Yeah.
It should be unplayable. Completely unplayable for him. So yeah, I just, like, I want you to play it as best as you can. Like, obviously you're not Qiyana God, but just play it as good as you can.
So you didn't realize those mid-beast 1800 LP Qiyana player videos weren't me?
Fucking mid-beast.
Okay, she went longsword refillable, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's good. Like, everyone should do that. Yeah. It's just you can't do that and then not have biscuits.
Right. Is there anything to... I have always felt like refillable is better, but I sometimes see this with Zed players too, where they go 3 health pots instead.
I go refillable always on Zed.
Yeah, it just feels like there's so much more value, even if like the heal is less. It's like you go back to base and get more, like multiple times, so you
Yeah,
can
I
use
mean,
that slot
like
for so long.
Zed has easy ways to farm,
Right.
so it makes no sense.
Okay, I think she started Q too.
Yeah, that's
She
normal.
queued- she
Just
queued
do
the way
Q and then
before.
W,
Yeah.
and then E, and then you max Q.
I guess I've seen in some matchups where people take the W just because of the empowered auto attack.
Yeah, it's
Like the
bad
stronger
because you can do
autos,
auto
but-
Q auto for electrocute.
Right. Makes sense.
So obviously I would harass you now, but I'm not going to.
I guess
I'm
you're
just gonna-
griefing if you're level 1 fighting as Kiana anyway, so.
Yeah.
Never again. Don't like you, the plants don't like you, and I'm pretty sure I don't like you.
Wow, I'm boosted on karma. But you see what I mean? Like, look, you are getting
You're
fisted.
just, you're
Anyways,
just making this unplayable either way. You could miss all of your Qs, I think it's still unplayable.
We must all make our choices. Focus. Gaia Nakiri. Ionia speaks.
you see what I mean? You just have to walk up to people and
Yeah.
just test them. Because here, even though I crash
Right.
second wave, right, and that's like against like the rule, but it's worth it because you're so
Right.
low.
And made another between. Never fall. The answer lies within. As Ionia changes, so must
Yeah, imagine if you have biscuits.
peace. Challenge what you want. Latrian only.
Ooh.
I would really pace if I was you. You're not gonna get a single creep. I'll just keep using.
Force of will.
Yeah. So did you need to teleport there?
I don't need
Really?
to, but then I can't keep the freeze.
Yeah, okay. Because I sometimes get greedy with like not giving up my teleport for stuff like that because I know it's not going to crash.
Oh, my W works like that? Okay.
Yeah,
It like cancelled.
yeah.
Focus. None will question our results.
Ooh,
So yeah, it's not playable.
Score
obviously.
Jerry. Yeah.
And I have 140 ping too. Like, it's just not playable.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to
Right.
ego on her. You know?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just have to fucking walk up. Because the matchup is not going to get better. She's going to get to the point where Kiana is
Right.
very unskilled. Like,
Right.
she's going to get to her fucking Dirk, and it's unplayable. Like,
Yeah.
at that point, then it's hard. Because
Yeah.
if she starts Longsword, she needs 750 gold for Dirk.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure she gets this when you are strong.
Yeah.
So if she just gets this for free, it's fucking hard. Like here,
Yeah.
you're based and you bought a Dirk, basically. You spent 750 gold. So if I see that she has Dirk here, I'm gonna be fuming. Because if she has Dirk and you have this shit, she's winning.
Yeah.
So let's see. When you press tab. I think basing here is super good.
Yeah.
I would buy Ruby Crystal though. I would really, really, really buy Ruby.
Okay.
And as soon as you get to base, before you buy your item, click on Edge of Nexus and then as you're walking by item. Yeah, oh my god, you're losing hard. She has Dirk and Longsword.
Yeah.
You can't play the game if that's the case. So you have to try to delay her Dirk as much as possible. Because right now she can one-shot Hecarim, she can one-shot you, she can one-shot anyone. And that's like the case for Talon and everyone, you know, Kiana, Talon, said.
Right.
Oh, she could have killed you there. Here, you're dead. When you walk like this.
Yeah, I was trying to bait her ult, and like I think she's just off of range of actually connecting me to the wall. So I was trying to bait her on
Nah,
it.
she's not. She's not. She's not. She will kill you here.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's hard because now she actually deals damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should keep using your E more aggressively. Because she can't all-in you when you're Eing, because then she deals with your shield. And if she doesn't all-in, well then you get free harass. Oh my god, now she's trolling. This creep she should not get. Good, nice. You're walking up. So again here, she did her W again. So now she's like really weak again.
Yeah.
So like same thing here, you should fight her. You need to deal damage, because if she roams, she is now full HP.
Right.
So even if fighting here means that you're pushing, that's fine. If she keeps laning, that's okay.
That was a miss. I didn't mean to hit that minion with it. It was just...
Yeah. One thing to get used to as well. She has, again, no threat when she did this.
Right.
So you're full mana, you should shield yourself and run up with the wave. And maybe kill this one and this one that's low. But keep these two casters alive and chase her.
Right.
Because you don't want now that the wave crashes and she bases, or the wave crashes and she goes kills Kale. You want to know what she's doing. So, obviously, if this is a Fizz now that has E and R up, you can't chase. If this is a Zed who has W, E, Q, R up, you can't chase. But the Zed right now has no W. He just used it.
Yeah.
So you can't just let her get free move like this. This is like key part of these kind of matchups.
Right.
Chase her. Just watch her. I'm not telling you to kill her. I'm just saying shield yourself.
Right.
Kill the low HP minions. Just so you don't take 100 damage. Instead you'll take like 50. And then just look at her. Yeah. Figure out where is she going. So you can actually try to prevent the roam. And she'll be less likely to walk up river if you're chasing her, because she's thinking, oh shit, I'm getting ganked.
Yeah.
And that way, you can now freeze, because you'll keep these two casters alive here. And you can even get a war timer for yourself as well. Because now she has free roam, free base, free whatever, and now if you want to chase her, you're face checking her.
Yeah.
Now I have no clue where the fuck she is, so we're bombarding our teammates with pings, instead of actually preventing the roam. So now we're coin flipping, because here, we could just get ulted and die.
Yeah.
You should just hard push this. Like you should just hard push so that you can remove vision and look to recall or look to move and do things. She should always tank RQ there. Yeah, good. So now same thing. If she Qs, yeah, like now you should fight. You should always W there and fight back.
Yeah.
When you tank an all-in, you should always try to deal as much damage as possible afterwards. So now she's done everything she could. Now it's your turn.
Yeah.
pop potion and fight her now. But yeah, like I said, this Fairy Charm is really useless. You really want Ruby Crystal.
Right. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense. Certainly wasn't having mana issues, so I don't.
Yeah.
I guess if I was playing right, it would have been maybe.
Yeah,
more
but I'm looking at your mana, and you'd have like 400 right now.
Yeah.
And if you play more aggressive, you'd have mana full band stacked as well.
Right.
You need to start using E. Like, here, you use it so late. Like, as soon as you're gonna take mini aggro here, like, just use E.
Yeah.
There's no point to sit here with E up. Faster you use it, faster it'll be back up. You'd have E back up right now. Because, like, my issue with this is that... So, Kiana is getting really mind-controlled. So, what I mean is that... Who's stronger right now? Kiana or you?
Her.
Yeah, obviously.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when you are stronger, like, if you're stronger than enemy, and you have a freeze like this, you're telling them, if you go for this, you're dead. I'll show you an example. So this game?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this game? I think it is, yeah. So I'm like fisting the Ahri, right? She's like 30 CS down.
Right. Yeah.
And here I'm about to get level 6.
Yep.
Right? So
Yep.
I really want to kill her now.
Yeah.
So you have two kinds of freezes. You have aggressive freeze, then you have defensive freeze.
Mm-hmm.
This one is an aggressive freeze. I'm not freezing
Right.
here because I can't push and I can't walk up. I can, but I'm doing it because I can kill her.
You're daring her to walk up.
Yes. So the difference is that the Kiana in your case can just Q the wave and one-shot it, and now you have 2 waves under your turret.
Yeah.
Ahri can't fucking Q this. If she Qs this, I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill her. So she's gonna lose.
Right.
So yeah. So my point is, you're in the middle ground. You're not winning, but you're also not losing. You have your ways to win the lane.
Right.
With poke, but you need time to poke.
Yeah.
So my point is, it's impossible for you right now to actually poke.
Right.
There's so many minions, you can't hit Qs on her, and if you fight, you're gonna lose so much HP. So you're not
Right.
actually denying her creeps with what you're doing. She's denying it herself, because she can just walk up now and one-shot the wave. And my issue is that if she one-shots the wave now, she can, one, if she's really good, she will never do this, but if she's really good, she can just dive you and you lose this.
Right.
But if she's bad, then her options are also good, which is like roam top and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's how you're gonna lose the game when you're playing these matchups, is they're gonna roam. So, my point is that here she's pushing and you obviously can't stop that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's really troll to let her have 4 waves here. You need to trim this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Having your Q up is fucking int. You need to trim this so that you can move and recall or do something while she's roaming. Because now it's just gonna end up with her pushing the wave like this, and now you have no options when she's roaming. Now you're here under turret farming. When if you did what I said, this wave should already be dead, and you can make a play of your own. If you see that she goes here, and you think you can't go there, well, now at least you can go bot side, secure bot river vision and stuff. Remove their pinks. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So essentially just like realize the situation. No matter what, you should always trim the wave here. Like them having a cannon and 3 casters is too much. You could remove all of these casters and it would still push to you.
Yeah.
So that's first thing. And then second of all, just understand what kind of freeze am I doing here. Well, it's defensive because she's so full HP.
Yeah.
So then I need to understand I'm not denying her any creeps. So I need to just push now.
Okay.
Because otherwise she's gonna just roam for free.
Yeah.
Because she should never AFK now. She should always just push this and just leave. And now you feel helpless.
Yeah.
When in reality the wave should be dead and you could just recall for free. You could be in base right now, running back on the map. With CDR boots, with whatever you want. And then the issue for her then becomes is that then she pushes this wave because you're not in lane. And then she recalls. But now you
Yeah.
are on the map and she's not.
Yeah.
And you've secured tempo.
Yeah, I knew she wanted to go for that, so I was just sitting there waiting for.
Now she's fisted, so
And-
hopefully you don't let her play the game now.
Yeah.
So when we realize enemy laner is fisted, we need to understand they have to get bailed out. Either through support or top or jungle or whatever.
Yeah.
So their support seems to have a roam timer right now. And Mundo is around. Now you should just keep pushing because she has to base. If she stays, she's really weak.
Right.
So you're like realizing so slow. So what I mean
Yeah.
again is like, here, you should run up, like you should walk up. You need to ward. So
Yeah.
you should just, like now no creeps are dying, so just run up and go ward somewhere. You need vision because she's fucked. So you need to understand
Right.
because she's fucked, she needs help. So she's pinging help right now.
Yeah.
So we need
Right.
to ward.
Yeah. I mean, Mundo just took Rift, so he's coming from top, and
Yeah,
or
but
if he's coming from top, and I think I got too flustered in my head there. I was thinking of stopping her base. And then I froze, I guess. Didn't do any of those things.
yeah, I mean you shouldn't care too much about stopping her base. You should just hard push because
Yeah.
like if you hard push and she bases, she's losing anyways.
Yeah.
Like, if you hard push there and you recall, she loses minions, and you get base too. This won't crash, by the way. This is horrible. Yeah, you realize that
Yeah,
this...
I know. I was like, oh god, I fucking suck.
Yeah. But now the issue is you gave her a lot of tempo. Like, she pushes now and has roam timer again.
Yeah.
Which is horrible. Like, that's what this matchup is, like, all about. It's like, you need to be on the map before her, and you need to make sure she doesn't roam. That's your job.
Yeah.
Because she should never go for plate here. She should dive Kale right now.
Yeah.
Now your Kale is dead. So the difference is that if you're on the map same time as her, if she wanted to roam
Yeah.
to Kale, she would have to give up a wave at least. Here she could have done it for free. Now you have to be really careful because she has fucking Pogger's Claw.
Mm-hmm. Fun item.
Yeah, it is. Pretty fun actually.
It,
She can do pretty cool things. She can, right now,
yeah.
she can Prowlers to this minion,
Prowlers the cannon. Yeah.
and then do
I
this.
was sitting there just like, oh god, this is just Prowlers into E.
Yeah. She
all
could do...
right in my face. That's how it feels against Zed too. Yeah, just
Yeah.
Prowlers W or Prowlers R. And it's just,
Oh yeah, this one.
fuck my life. Yeah, the constant nerfing of mage items and making assassin items has made mid lane a really fun lane. That's why I'm playing Karma.
Here, look. He has a lot of counterplay here. Look.
Yeah. Peace. See ya.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a really cool item. Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Like the lane is fucked now. There's not much I can tell you here. Like if you walk up now,
Right.
you're just dead.
Yeah.
That's why I want you to learn the early game here, because
Yeah.
that's what's really important. Because you have so much better champion here, but she's
Yeah.
just allowed to lane, because you're not
Yeah.
harassing her at all. So you need to find out why is that happening. Why am I not harassing her? Is it because last time I did it in this matchup I died? Well, then you can't start fearing it. You have to ask yourself, was it
Right.
actually good to harass and did I misplay? Or was it bad to harass? Right?
Yeah.
Because probably you just misplayed or probably you did it while getting ganked. But you can't just like get punished and then be like, okay, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the
I
times when you
think
get
it's-
punished, it's because you did something good but you mis-executed.
Right. I think honestly, it was a major misconception about Karma just in general. Like my understanding of her at this point, in more so having you explain this has been helpful, is I just looked at her as I can sort of think about wave management. It's really hard for me to die. I don't tend to have a way of actually killing my lane opponent. I'm just here to win mid and late game because my shield is broken and Moonstone is broken.
Yeah, but it's also broken to dive enemy side lane with Kiana and get double kill.
Yeah. So I think it just spawned from a total misconception of how I can actually abuse this champion's laning ability.
Yeah, like when I'm playing versus stuff like Kiana and Zed and Talon,
Yeah.
I see they start longsword, so I know this is what they want.
Right.
So I want to make sure that if they get this, then I'm getting something fucking good, right? Then I want to get like Kindle Gem and Amp Tome kind of thing, you know,
Yeah.
so I can tank their burst.
Yeah.
But that costs obviously like a lot of gold,
Right.
so I need to deny them CS. I need to play aggressive.
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna base for something useless like Amp Tome or one Ruby Crystal, then I need to make sure
Yeah.
they're basing for something useless like one Longsword.
Right.
Because getting Boots and Amp Tome and they're getting their fucking full item, you cannot play.
Yeah.
And to do that, you need to do more autos. You need to throw more Qs. You need to realize that, yes, this wave state here is not nice.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's not nice is because she can fight you and you haven't poked her enough.
Yeah.
So if this wave becomes like this because of playing super aggressive, then that's fine. Because if you decided to play super aggressive, I hope you decided that because you chunked her. And if she's chunked, then it doesn't matter your wave state because you can always fix your wave. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Because right now, her having a bounce into you while having full HP is horrible.
Right.
If you
Yeah,
looked
it's
at our 1v1,
Right.
right? You see, I don't give a fuck. Like, obviously I suck at Karma. I miss my Qs and shit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Like, look,
Yeah.
Level
I'm
1?
still like half health.
like level 1, you see I tank a lot of mini aggro. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Because here my RQ should always hit. But I just missed it because I'm bad. But now imagine my RQ hits you.
Right.
You're in a choke here. I avoid 90% of the minions. Because I would only get aggroed by like this and this. So you just get fisted.
Yeah.
See? And you're still getting fisted.
Yeah.
See? Boom. So like, here? Yeah, I took a bit of minion aggro. But I'm winning.
Right.
I agree?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I have HP lead. And I'm the ranged champ. So I can easier apply damage to you than you can on me.
Right.
So I'm also winning. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
And in my free time, I'm always fishing for autos and looking for positions where I can harass you. I don't
Yeah.
care if I take 2 minion autos,
Yeah.
because I know when you can kill me and when you can't. That's why you'll see I'll pop potion soon. Because I don't want to get 100 to 0'd. There, I force you into choke, I keep auto-attacking you, because I know here you have to make a choice. If you run here, you're into
Yeah.
choke, I can land RQ anyways. If you keep running here, I'll just keep autoing you. So I push you into the choke with my E, and you get fisted.
Yep.
So how can you play now? So sure, you can say, yeah, but I gave some creeps up. Yeah, I'm fine losing 2 to 3 creeps if it means you're never gonna get your Dirk.
Right.
Because obviously I'm aware I will lose these 3 creeps. But we can both agree dealing 400 fucking HP to our laner
Yeah.
is worth more than 3 casters.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. This is.
I could also throw in another auto attack if I walked up better there. But yeah, now
Yeah.
you're fucked. So now, yes, my wave is not good in theory. Crashing second wave is bad. Because in theory you get level 3 first. But you can't get level 3 first because you'll die if you walk up.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean. Now I've broken the rule. It's good to know that that rule exists. But you have to break rules sometimes. It's like that in real life too, you know? You have to break some rules.
Right. Yeah.
If
that
your
makes
best
sense.
friend is fucking, like, held hostage in a car, right? Even though
Yeah.
it's wrong to break the fucking car open and smash the window, you have to.
Yeah. Right. Makes sense. Yeah.
So I would just make sure that I, like, keep pushing and killing creeps. I ward as if it's a real game. Because I fucking hate when people play 1v1s as if it's 1v1.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I just ward.
kinda not the- Yeah.
Yeah. So I just throw in some autos on the way when I can, because I don't want to have to deal with 400 minions here. Because then you can get level 4 first and actually, like, do things. So I just want to make sure it trims. And I keep looking to harass you. And then now the difference is that when it's actually bouncing to me now, you are fucked. See? And this is like perfect example because this really shows how fucked you are. You dodged my RQ and you still lose. And one thing I want you to get used to as well is when you're playing range champs into assassins, notice how I pop potion now. Watch. The only way Qiyana can win is if she one-shots me.
Right.
And I realized that, so even though I seem relatively healthy here,
Yeah.
I'm not taking that fucking risk. So I'm just popping a potion.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way I lose. So I just keep fishing for some Qs. If I see that turret would hit me here because I hit the Q, then I would just E myself.
Right.
But see, I keep looking for auto attacks. So here, you dodge my RQ, and I still win. And that's how League is like meant to be. If you play good, you can be the most boosted fucking ape when it comes to mechanics. And you should still be able to win.
Yeah.
See, everything here went to shit for me. I missed my RQ, I missed my W, and I'm still in the winning position. So now I'm just like, okay, so I could push this, but then you get the wave for free.
Yeah.
So here in a real game, it's like, right now it's 3 minutes. Wave is pushing to me. You can't move for crab now, and I can.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not pushing anymore.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean with the like cannon thing. It is so free. Your E costs only 50 mana. So when I can apply area and a couple auto attacks with my E, if I don't need my E for my lane, then I can just do it like this.
Yeah.
Because you see now I'm just like chilling a bit because my E is on cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
And now my E is back up, so I woke up. Like there, I would have autoed you if you didn't use spell. But since you're so low mana, if you use spell, it's worse for you than for me.
Yeah.
So now you're fucked. Because now I have a freeze.
Yeah.
And now in a real game, I would always freeze here now, unless jungler is coming to dive. So yeah,
Yeah.
now you're fucked.
Yeah.
So Qiyana should always recall now, unless jungler is here to help you.
Right.
But yeah, now you're basically fucked. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you can't play the game. So I can just ward and I can just recall now. So yeah. And you could have done the same thing. You just had to play way more aggressive early. Because I understand you're scared now. I would be scared too.
Yeah.
But she shouldn't be this HP.
Right. Yeah.
And then she doesn't get Dirk and then the entire game is changed. So I think we can look a little bit at like team fighting. See how you play team fights. Because I think like this point of lane is useless to watch. There's nothing you can do. If Faker in this situation, he can't do shit either. Like when she has fucking Pogger's Claw and you have a Kindle Gem and Amtom, like you can't play the game.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just see if we have any team fights. I think having refillable potion this late into the game is also just bad.
Yeah.
Usually just sell it, get a pink ward or something. Here you're kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
They're coming from top side. We should start calling this off, I think. We should start to just leave.
I think if I'm not
I'm not
mistaken,
sure.
it stays for no reason.
Yeah, I want to just see here. Like, Qiyana is gonna be here now in like 35 seconds. When you want your bot to leave, you should always ping.
Yeah.
I think you're a bit crazy right now. If you want to do something like this, you have to make everyone be on the same page. Like, you should ping Hecarim to come with you.
Right. Yeah. I think at this point I was just looking at it like this Aphelios is just the one Aphelios I've ever seen in a gold game that somehow actually won lane and
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
here
it's
for
just like,
example,
well,
like
this is
Cell
gonna feel
refillable
worse
by
and
Amtone.
worse. Yeah.
Like Cell is fucking refillable.
Yeah.
You need to reduce the time that you spend AFK. So like here, you kill this. Now run to whoever could potentially die or where you can get resources. So obviously as Karma, you shouldn't care really where you can get resources. So you should care here who can die now. So you should just run to Hecarim.
Yep.
There's no point now to go and escort the wave like this.
Okay.
Because the longer you stay here now, the more chance you're gonna get caught by somebody. And the longer you stay, the more time this guy has to int. So you should just run around now, look for pink wards, run to Hecarim. Now we should run back to mid, because now these guys can die.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you did what I said, but way too late.
Yeah.
So while you're pushing, you should already be thinking, what do I do? And then you should just look at map. Okay, Kayle is basing, Hecarim's on the map, so I'll just run to Hecarim here. Because you're going to have games where now there's a random fucking Kayn all-inning the Hecarim.
Yeah.
So you just want to make sure that you are close. And then when the next mid wave meets like this, then you can run back to mid. Because now Vayne can get all-in by Kiana and Mundo is ganking or something.
Yeah. I don't know. At this game also, I didn't like F key at all. I tried to F key a little bit to actually have watch this stuff, but I guess in this game I just never did.
I will not RQ like this.
Yeah.
Because 1, you don't deal damage really to a tank. And 2, when Maokai is walking like this, I'm assuming he wants to flash W the Vayne or something.
Yeah.
So if he W's, he will dodge the RQ. So just keep for RE, I think.
This psychopath is like, I don't know. I was just trying to like slow and shield and just like, please leave. Like, why are you in front of all of this?
Yeah, I mean, Vayne is trolling, but you should just RE.
I was like,
You know?
oh my god. Yeah.
Like when you're in this
I was trying to
situation, when
just
you're
make
being...
some sort of karma something to just save her life and just like, please leave.
Yes, but don't you think that RE would be a better way to
Yeah.
save her life? Also, one thing, in like some games, when you're solo AP, so like not this one, like here I think going Moonstone is like, super good, because you have Vayne, you have Hecarim, you have Kayle, you have tons of carries. But in some games where you have more like tanks and stuff, and you're like solo AP, I really think that full AP Karma is not bad, because if you get
Even
a lot of...
Everfrost?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go Everfrost. You can also go like the Luden's Magic Pen version. But yeah, you can go Everfrost still, even after nerf. Because the thing is, if you get a lot of AP, your shields will be big.
Right.
Your shields are bigger with that build than it is with this one.
Yeah.
So the difference is obviously Moonstone gets healing, but if you get healed, that means you took damage. So if you got a bigger shield, then it's going to be basically like Moonstone. And then you get to buy Cosmic Drive. So like Everfrost Cosmic Drive, I think is better than Moonstone in some games.
Right.
You guys are kind of crazy here, considering Vayne is bot side. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we can see, you guys were clearly a bit crazy. But you should be able to... You should run back up mid lane here. You can't run River versus Mundo. Versus Mundo, Udyr, Skarner, these kind of champs. You can't run far. So you have to here, you just have to run to your team after you drop that Morgana ult.
Right.
As soon as you broke the Morgana chain, you have to run.
Yeah.
You should also stop locking yourself in animation for Q on a Black Shield in Mundo. But yeah, main thing is, like I said, you guys are just crazy here. Like, it's a full tank Maokai, you have Trundle support, and you're support as well. This guy, there's no point, just ping away. You're never gonna kill this guy. No point to RQ, no point to sit here and fight. Your Vayne is bot, Hecarim is farming, Kayle is dead. Right? Just leave.
Yeah.
If Trundle wants to kill himself, well then let him. At least we can RE him.
Right.
Because you are not gonna escape. So, this is horrible.
Yeah.
You can't do shit like this.
Yeah.
When you're playing stuff like Karma, you just gotta let your teammates do what they want to do, and you just help them. You should not commit like
Right.
this.
Yeah.
RE! Why didn't you RE? You need to run from Achilles. You would have lived. Because if
Yeah.
you RE,
I
you would run here.
yeah. I don't know. I don't really know why I went this route. I ended up living actually, but
Yeah, but you should have died.
right. Yeah, it was bizarre. I don't know. I think I was trying to just like kite him.
Yeah, you're gonna solo kill him or what?
Pretty close. It's actually pretty absurd how long he chases me. I also wanted to just waste time. I just wanted because he's got Baron, so I'm just thinking like if I just burn as much of this guy's time as possible.
You're trolling him
Like-
now. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. Like, yeah, he does have Baron, so wasting his time is fine. I just feel you're using RE way too little.
Yeah.
Because the people I seen you RQ, they don't matter.
Right.
This should be fine. There's no way we die here. Good. Good decision to shield her. She's just the worst player on the server, so.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, please, God,
Imagine
don't have your name be
it's,
Vayne slaps and then
it's,
do
it's
this.
a Vayne one trick, playing versus 2 tanks and a melee mid, having Kale and Karma, and he can't carry. How fucking boosted is he? Honestly.
Yeah, for the most part, I guess on the AP Karma thing, I tend to play. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Karma, but I tend to play her when I have something like Jinx or Vayne or something that has like a really or like an Ezreal where they have like an AP scaling, but they're probably going to go AD, so they get like some really broken damage like as a result. Stuff like that is usually what I. Otherwise, I like to play Galio. I played Akali a lot more early on, but it just felt like playing anything that's supposed to try and carry out of mid lane feels bad.
Yep.
And especially just, it seems like you just can't rely on your team to play around you when you're the carry, but I figure I can play a champion where I'm going to play around my carry and just like force them to carry, unless they're this Vayne, I guess, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, people like this Vayne makes me hate playing things like Karma, TF, Galio.
Right. It's always like the grass is always greener. You're like, wow,
Yeah.
if I played a carry, maybe we win. But then it's like you play a carry and whoever's supposed to support you just like runs off, you know.
Yeah, but
It
the
does
thing
their
is,
own
I
thing.
feel like, especially in gold games, you don't need
Yeah.
anyone to help you.
Yeah.
Like, 90% of carry champs are very, like, self-reliant. Like, I think some
Right.
champs, like Ryze, they need their team because, 1, he's very short range, 2, he likes to split push, which also requires team play.
Right.
But most champions are very self-sufficient when it comes to carrying. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm playing Corki, I don't need my team to do anything.
Yeah.
Same thing if I'm playing like Azir or Orianna, these kind of things. Like, you can carry most games.
Yeah. Yeah, I also think right now my champion pool is just not good for that. I have been playing a lot of Irelia and normals to kind of bring her
I
back.
mean, I think if you like Karma and Galio, a carry
Yeah.
to learn that would be good would be Ori.
Yeah. Okay. I played a ton of Orianna last season, and I don't know. I guess with the item changes, I actually fell out of love with her last season towards the end too. But yeah, I
Yes.
should play her more again.
I mean, I think she's the only mage right now that's actually good.
yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
But yeah, to summarize this, I think you need to test, quote unquote, your limits a little bit more when it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
when enemy mid uses their main spell right in front of you, you should just fight them and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then if it fucks up, you just look at the replay
Right.
and you just
Yeah.
see what the fuck went wrong. Because right now you're really handicapping your lane which is really ruining the game.
Yeah.
Because for your lane to be in this state, Kiana should get 2 kills randomly from your jungler or something.
Right.
Not because of you. But in this case, it's because of you, and that should not happen.
Yeah. Right.
Because when I'm able to play Veigar into Kiana and I can make this guy suffer, then you should be able to fucking Airy Scorch Karma. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I basically took 2 runes that were useless. Well, 3 because Mana Flow. I didn't even really. Yeah, I basically just nullified 3 of my runes. So.
Because the way that this should work is that she should be so fucked 1v1 that she should need support or jungle to bail her out. If you make these guys come to bail her out, now they're falling behind because of that. And considering she got bailed out, she still didn't get Dirk because you denied her a lot. She just got a reset. Right. So now we continue to lane. We keep fucking her over. We buy Ruby Crystal instead of Fairy Charm. Now she can't solo kill us. So then we keep bullying her. Now her Pogger's Claw is delayed by so much. And eventually, yeah, she's still going to get to the one-shot stage, but it takes a lot longer. And while that takes a lot longer, you and Hecarim are running around killing people and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the game looks completely different.
Yeah.
Obviously, at 40 minutes, you still need Vayne to carry, but hopefully the game doesn't last that long then.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
No, I think that that's a really good starting point for me to fix. So I think that there's I guess it's kind of like a, I guess, specific question, because sometimes obviously I get top lane, right? And usually I'll take something like sometimes I'll take Karma top lane. Is there anything to this Grasp of the Undying, or is it like, I've seen like some pro players and stuff bring Grasp Karma top, but it seems troll to me. It seems like Ares still better.
Well, depends what you want to do. Grasp is really good if you want to keep hitting the enemy and play for your lane. It is way better lane rune than Airy because you heal a little bit and you will, in the long run, end up getting a little bit of HP. You also get 3 points in Resolve instead of 2.
Right. Yeah.
Which is nice because then you can actually go Shield Bash, because Shield Bash is actually not bad for top lane Karma.
Okay.
You can also go Demolish in some lanes too if you think you get a lot of plate access.
Is Font of Life just trolling, or?
Yeah, I mean, you're just building for team if you're doing that, which is like okay, but Karma is a lane bully.
Yeah.
Grasp is very good in basically lanes where you think you're gonna die.
Okay.
Because then you need the HP and you need the sustain.
Yeah.
Airy is obviously better later on once you group.
If it would have been different.
What do you say?
I had to face a Nasus once, and I was like, I wonder if that would have been better or not. I felt like I kind of got griefed that game because I just froze the Nasus near my tower and never got a gank, and then it was just like...
I mean, if you had Grasp versus Nasus, that sounds like 100 Grasp stacks.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, I was sort of like, maybe that would have been the game where I, should have tried that, but...
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's bad.
Okay.
But I think if you can't really proc your Grasp, then obviously it's useless.
Yeah. That game I definitely did a better job of just smacking him every time he was nearby, but I think this was a good game to look at because I clearly didn't do that at all in a matchup where I should, so...
Yeah, like when I'm playing versus Kiana, I'm just scared of getting ganked when I'm harassing. That's all.
Yeah.
But there's no excuse to being scared at level 1 and 2.
And I feel like in general, Mundo is just not...
Yeah, Mundo, if you die to Mundo, you're just trolling, so...
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll stop the